Hello again, YouTube. Today I'm going to be recording a battle I did at school not too long ago. However, before I get to the actual battle, I'm going to apologize for not uploading anything over the past month or so. I plan on uploading a lot more just as soon as I get out of school. I only got a couple weeks left, so to be honest, that's been taking up a lot of my time. That, and I haven't really been motivated to play these games lately. However, Ruby and Sapphire has, motivated me again. Anyway, I'm going to start this battle. It's with a good friend of mine from school, so by all means, let's start. I battled him a couple of times, and this is just one of them. Alright, so at the beginning of this battle, I was trying to test out my Meowstick, because I had tried to take everybody's advice by saying that I needed something that was more defensive, something that was more of a support instead of all attackers. So I go for Light Screen because Prankster is what Meowstick does, and he goes for Toxic. And you'll find that he does that quite often. Now, right here he switches out, which is actually really good for me, because I was going to switch out next turn anyway. So I went for Yawn to try to, give myself an extra turn to swap out without taking damage from anything. Luckily, he did, he swapped out into his Dragonite, which is the biggest threat on his team in my opinion. So he goes for Dragon Dance to boost a couple of stats. And then I went for Reflect, didn't I? I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now. So then I swap out into my Charizard, because it's my physical attacking Charizard and not my special attacking Charizard. So I Mega Evolve right here. And like he did, luckily he didn't wake up, but like he did, I went for Dragon Dance as well. Because I figured that, I could try and get rid of the majority of his team with this. So then I go straight for Outrage, because, Outrage is... You can't stop Outrage. When you're hit by Outrage, you're dead. So he sends out his Greninja, which I don't think would do too much anyway, even considering it's Water type because of the Dragon type. But, Outrage one-hit KOs it. So he goes back into his Jolteon. So knowing that, and since I was confused anyway, I went straight into my Espeon to Magic Bounce his next attack at me, because, I figured he would go for Toxic, though. I didn't think he would go for that, and I thought I would be faster than it right here, and this was the biggest misplay I made this battle. I went for Calm Mind instead of just for a direct attack. I don't fight Jolteons very often, so I didn't know their speed. I do now, so, I didn't want to swap out because that would have probably just been suicide for any other Pokemon that came out. So I let Ruby take the hit. See, right here I go back for Light Screen because it's still a special attacker. And he went for Toxic, and he even said that he misclicked. He meant to click Discharge. And that helped me out quite a bit, I'm betting. So instead of swapping out, because I didn't think he would take that much more, to knock him out, because one Toxic would probably have taken out the rest of his HP as it was. So Kasper goes for Discharge again, knocking out my Meowstick, and then I send out my Zoroark. It's a Zoroark. That's why it's using Night Days. He goes for Toxic, and I go for Night Days. Now, I have the choice specs on it, which is why I can't really do much else. I can only go for night days on it. He decided that it was also best for him not to swap out because it has such low health anyway. And it was asleep, and there's no use in swapping into an asleep Pokemon in case, you know, it doesn't wake up. So he goes for Houndoom, which is something you don't normally see. Well, I don't normally see a lot. I've been playing a lot lately, so then I go into my actual Luxray. Because I was planning on going for Superpower. He goes for Sludge Bomb, which is another poisoning attack, and I get poisoned again, actually. I don't know what the chances are on that, but I've noticed his team revolves a lot around poison. So I went for Superpower, and it lowered my attack and my defense. Which is why I don't swap him out in the next few turns. See, I figured that, one, it would be faster than me, although I did have a Choice Scarf on, so I probably should have figured that out. And I didn't want to swap out because he's got such low health as it is, and I figured he would instant KO it, but he didn't. He went for Stealth Rock instead, which doesn't really matter at this point. So I just keep blasting him with Superpower, not that it does much at all, but because my attack and defense kept lowering, and I figured it didn't matter because he's got such low health. So he used Whirlwind, and luckily drew my Zoroark back out, because it does no Flamethrower. See, right here, I didn't really need to swap out. I mean, I think a Flamethrower could have done a considerable amount of damage to it, but I figured I would anyway. I don't know, it's one of those things that seemed like a good idea at the time. And it actually paid off a little bit, because he did go for Close Combat, which doesn't do very much to Togekiss. And I just go for Aura Sphere, and then that's that. It was a good battle, and I guess this isn't the one where he won, but we battled a couple of times, so expect a different battle later in the future. Alright, well, if you liked this video, then by all means leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will try to upload as much as I can in the next coming weeks. However, until school lets out, which is about 2 or 3 weeks from now, I won't be uploading very often. So, alright guys, see you then.